Yes, very happy to be here. My name is Guenther from Deutsche Telekom T-Systems. So I'm more or less the ICT guy, and I'm involved very heavily in smart city activities in Germany, and especially in quite interesting project Digitalstadt Darmstadt, and therefore I brought a guest with me, and it's Guenther BACHMANN from Darmstadt. Maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit.
Okay. Just now? Okay. Well, I'm the director of the Statistics and Urban Statistics Bureau, and I will present you later on some new things about Darmstadt and our mobility.
So what we are going to do is that we, I think, can combine some of the things we already heard today to some very special example. I'm sorry for that. Okay, it's fine like this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So, let's start. So I thank you very much, for especially to Rob and Bernard for the excellent introductions to the smart city concept and the things that really needed for talking about smart city and realizing smart city. Therefore, I don't have to tell you as much as I thought before. If you talk about a smart city and data, you can have a long list, not only about data sets, but questions you should answer with these data in smart cities. And maybe we'll pick up some of these questions later on and look how Darmstadt is handling this. Data is, and I don't tell you something new, I guess, is the backbone to planning and operating cities. And why did I show this to you? Because of this, it's used for everything. And I can give you another list of data sets and use cases within smart city, and it's just, remember one, it's for everything. And I took this sentence out of the Smart London Plan, which you will see later on again with special smart city or London data plan. So the smart city goals and solutions are so complex because a city is complex. And maybe this is one answer to the question who can speak for cities. I would say there are not many possibilities to really unite all the issues of cities. It's even hard to unite the perspective within the cities. And that's something we should keep in mind for smart city, realizing smart city, and especially for realizing smart statistics with cities. So we use something like this structured perspective on the fields of application within smart cities. You have seen this in the one way or another yesterday and today. But what's interesting behind this is that you don't have this clear structured situation. Actually, every at the level of data exchange, every of these different use cases and application fields are talking to each other and sharing data, of course. And that means that for cities and all of people who are involved in smart city realizing have a quite complex situation. So municipalities manage large data sets. They, of course, have large data sets of various kinds. And the amount of data is constantly increasing. And if we have a look on really this amount of data, it's really increasing like hell. And you heard about IoT devices, for example, which of course is a main driver of this increase. But what I guess you heard as well, but it's important for me as a message to you. It's still a long way to go to come from just collecting the right data to really make use of the knowledge and make use of the data. And the cities and smart city processes often are here very, very much at the beginning, and you have to take them really to the field where they can realize smartness. So the next thing I would like to tell you is today municipalities and also the municipal companies really do not use their data as they could. So you find relatively seldom situations that they combine data they have. Even they don't know what kind of data they have and what kind of system they have. So that means that there's quite a lot to do. But if you look, there are some really interesting city data strategy examples, like Data for London, or the Berlin Open Data Strategy, or New York, or Barcelona, and you can go on and on. So there is happening something, and it's happening right now. And from the other side, the Chief Information Officer's perspective, also from the cities and the states, is positively. They are willing to really use data, but they see a lot of hurdles still. So I think one of the most important hurdles are that the municipalities have a lack of a systematic overview. And maybe the statisticians can help at this point really to help to get this systematic overview. And also I guess it's very helpful what happens at the European perspective. I can add to the standardization issues some activities out from the Common European Data Economy initiatives and the European Data Space, Single Market Strategy, and so on. And you will see a lot of these reference architectures evolving regarding open urban platforms, and that's very important, you will see later on. So, because these, one of the most important things to use or get usage for the data is breaking up the vertical system silos, because you have to use, if you have this situation like it is more or less today, you have all these silos like for energy and for mobility and for health and so on, and if you cannot combine the data, so this is what you want to realize over here. It's mostly impossible. So therefore, this way from silos to interoperable ecosystems is one of the most important activities right now. And we heard, I think, once before today, the expression smart city operation system, and that's actually what has to be realized. And this is in close contact to what's happened with the smart city discussion as a whole, coming from just the question of digitizing in just one silo domain and developing into really a discussion of connected infrastructures and connected ecosystems. But you see, it's quite somewhere here. We're at the beginning, right at the beginning of this development into these connected ecosystems. So, and the second development, very much connected to this, is to what we heard today, I guess, once more, is the customer-centric development or citizen needs or city needs, because, of course, in the past, we had already a hype regarding smart city, and we got a decrease in because some companies really tried to sell the technology, and it's not about selling technology at all. Okay, let's move to an example, the combination of outer analytics and socio-demographic data, which really enables new smart statistics. And we took this example out of Darmstadt, and that is my pleasure to have Mr. BACHMANN with me. We are talking about using anonymized signaling data from Deutsche Telekom's mobile network for statistical analysis. Maybe you have heard about this sometimes before. I will skip this too much, but want to hand over to Mr. BACHMANN. But just one view into what is happening in Darmstadt right now. Darmstadt is one of Germany's most comprehensive smart cities projects nowadays. It's really a big goal to really establish a living lab testing digital smart city technologies with really European and nationwide radiance, and of course living, not just lab and technology testing, and it's really living, using it in real life. And this Darmstadt project evolved out of a contest, out of 14 contestants trying to get this Digitalstadt label and some money with this to realize the ideas. And maybe this is now your turn. We have to change the presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Möhlner. Thanks a lot for inviting me to come here. Hello, my name is Guenther BACHMANN. I'm the director of the Statistics and Urban Research Department at the Economical and City Development Department. Darmstadt has the name City of Science. City of Science. Some minutes later you will see why we are the City of Science. And so we make we are the winner of the German Bitkom competition Digitale Stadt, Digital City. And here you can see our Lord Mayor. He seems to be very, very happy about this, and so me too. Yes, we are the winner, and what will we do with this prize? We have a smart city. It's only one, but it's a smart city project to research about mobility of commuting using Wi-Fi signals. And we have two main goals. One is the mobility analytics of commuters in small areas in the city and coming from outside and going outside. This is a very important for our traffic problems. It's a very important goal. Another goal is a mobility analysis of tourists and visitors at Mathildenhöhe. Mathildenhöhe is an ensemble. It's houses and a culture of Art Deco, Jugendstil, and later on we come back for a short time to this theme. Okay, we have really, really good data on commuters. They come to Darmstadt and they go in the morning and they go in the evening outside. Here you can see our classical statistics. This is Darmstadt and this is the region around. You can see we have really, really good data on commuters to Darmstadt. But we have no data on commuting travel in the areas, in the small areas of Darmstadt. And this is one of our goals, to see where is the most traffic, where are the traffic going, what are the problems in the city. And so we researched. Here is a lot of scientific research on the use of Wi-Fi signals. Sune Lehmann presented something about Denmark. We have Land Transport Authority in Singapore. In Denmark also blip systems, or here London Transport in UK. They are using Wi-Fi signals to know about the traffic in the city and in small areas. So here you can see the same as before, but now with the Wi-Fi network. We have to do this to analyze in statistically order. our goal is to get Wi-Fi signals in combination with small areas. This is the main goal. And for the first time, we can so see moving of the commuters in the town in relation to time and space. And this is the goal. We can see about the start and the destination of the commuters, hourly intervals, special day analytics, what happens on Sunday, what happens on Thursday, destination like important companies in the science city, and on the other side the tourist destinations. And so you can see the colors here, the red colors, this means, oh, there's a lot of traffic, there are a lot of commuters going to this point in the city. And so we can see this is a red point. Here we have, in this area, we have more than 7,000 employees, and so we will have a lot of commuters coming from outside and from other parts of our city in this region. This is the so-called telecom city, and although here are the colleagues of EUMETSAT. EUMETSAT is a very famous institution in Darmstadt. They make the weather. I'm sorry for the weather today. I haven't phoned with my colleagues, but they make the weather in Germany. And here you can see more than 2,000 employees of ESA and ESOC. Maybe you have heard about the Rosetta and the Philae satellites that are going to Churyumov-Gerasimenko comet. We have the Technical University, the City Center, and the MUEHLNER. And so this project is supporting our MUEHLNER UNESCO Heritage Project in this year. And we have, with these new possibilities of commuter and tourist mobility analytics. Okay, thank you very much for listening.